All right, here we go. Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit and self-improvement. My name is Brett Scott.
I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Today's episode is brought to you by Mountain Dew Zero.
The staple.
The staple. That's that's the next shirt I'm making for because if anybody ain't caught up, I started a clothing company online. It's called uncontrollablesubstance.com. I got a little bit of merch game going, so come check it out. It's uncontrollablesubstance.com. I think the staple, that's the one I was gonna do next. I just put up 3 new items right now. Pretty hard. I'm trying to shift into like kind of a fitness mode deal, get some of the fitness gear going. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man, it's been a minute since we've talked, but we haven't got on the podcast.
Yeah, I think I think it's been like 2 weeks since the last one. Like we skipped a week.
Yeah.
But it's all good. What's been going on with you?
Man, okay. I got to tell this story of how I was an asshole.
Tell it.
All right. So, it's more of a story of misplaced anger. Mm-hmm. But I went Karen, which is a Kyle if you're a guy, right? Or a Chad?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a Kyle.
Okay, so we go to Denny's on our lunch break, right? Me and Kimberly, because it was like my last week at where I was working before, started a new job at the county. So Kimberly's spoiling Poppy, taking me where I want to go, because if she picks, it's like we eat sushi every day, right? So she's like, no, you get what you want, babe. So man, let's go smash some Denny's, let's get a little grand slam action. And yeah, I mean, I love them too, because it takes them 40 fucking years to make a damn scrambled egg. But okay, so we get there. Our lunch break is from 12 to 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We get there about 12:07. We order our breakfast at like 12:20. Mm-hmm. It's our lunch, but we both ordered Grand Slams. And I'm just getting real impatient, and I've been frustrated about a bazillion other things. Okay, so I'm already in like ready to be a douchebag mode, and so it's getting to be like 12:40, and I'm like, man, I ain't got time. 20 minutes ain't long enough to enjoy a grand. I could smash a grand slam in 20 minutes, but I want to enjoy a grand slam, right? Yeah. So I go over there and I'm like, what's up with our food? Being just kind of fucking total douche, and I made a scene a little bit, and it's kind of called it Denny'sgate since then. I fully intend to go back to that Denny's and apologize to the staff, because I was super out of pocket.
It was that bad, huh?
Well, I was just being a douchebag, and it's like I'm not that guy. I'm always like, please and thank you. Oh no, you're doing great. Even when the service sucks, I leave a tip. But I was like just super mad about something else, and I just took it out on this poor Denny's waitress. So man, like, Kimmy did not let that one go, bro. She was mad at me for like a day and a half. I think she left the room because she knew I was going to tell the story.
Nor should she.
She rightfully so. I was, it's embarrassing, man. So anyway, Denny's staff, I apologize, and I'm going to come in person and we'll just give you guys a tip and not even order nothing, because I was out of pocket. But anyway, yeah, but I was like, what did I say? I said something I was like, it really takes 40 minutes to cook some scrambled eggs and some bacon. I was just being an ass. I was being a fucking idiot. So yeah, personal growth took a L that day. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the Denny'sgate story. Probably when it was fresher, it was more funny. But yeah, so I felt like a total asshole. But anyway,
Denny'sgate. Might have an episode title.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking last week. I was gonna tell the story and just let everybody know how big of a douche fucking nugget I am. But here we are. Real. Hey man, I'm not perfect, bro. And then the kicker is, the next day I go to the corner store, right? Where it's like we all go. It's like the neighborhood store, right? And they're telling me how good my son is, and 'cause he does work for them, and how he's like, yeah, I learned it from my dad. Always say please and thank you, be courteous to people, and I
Mm.
was just like, oh, the guilt in my soul, bro. I was like, I am a fucking asshole, hypocritical son of a bitch, you know. And it's like I'm not that guy. Like I'm never mean to wait staff because I used to work in the food industry and I know it sucks. Like
Yeah.
you don't get paid enough for me to be a fucking asshole. Like,
Yeah.
so anyway, yeah, I need to go over there and tell that lady sorry. I think it might have been too long, but yeah, that was out of pocket. But anyways, that's
I've
what I
got
get.
we my wife and I. Well, okay, so I know I've told you already, but I've been kind of like scoping out new cars, right? About to go
Yeah.
car shop. And
Okay, so Kimmy got you're gonna get a Sonata, right?
let me tell a story.
All right. Enlighten me.
So so I've been looking at cars. My wife's been kind of finding cars for me, you know, because she's like got the final say, like how much we spend on a car and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so like she'll like find cars, she'll send them to me, and she'll be like, "Oh, what do you think about this one? Why don't you call this place and see if we can test drive this one, whatever." You
Yeah.
know, because I mean, it's my car, but it's still a family car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's a family investment, you know. I mean it's
For
in the
real.
neighborhood 20 G's, you know.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I know my car is like 17 grand, you know. I know like I kind of just did it, but you know, I mean it's our family car.
Right. Right. Well, okay. So here's the story. So my wife, about a year and a half ago, she was ready to get a new car. She'd been
Oh,
driving this old beater van for a long ass time, like 2003. Like it's just ready, you know.
yeah.
And she it takes my wife. She's like super analytical. It takes her a really long time to decide on anything. Like she got to go through all the details and all the what coulds and what might be's and
Yeah.
figure out and like look at every review of every, you know, like she got to figure out exactly what she's gonna get. And so
Yeah.
it was like months and months of this, of like, and she finally was like, all right, I narrowed it down to a Hyundai Sonata or a Mazda 6. Okay. So we're like,
The six
all
is a
right,
nice
so
car.
it is. So we went and test drove a couple, but really in her head, she wanted that Mazda 6. She wanted it from day one. She knew she did. She just threw the Hyundai in just to act like she's kind of being like, like, I'll just look around. But like she wanted that Mazda 6 like all day, right?
Yeah.
It was a 2015 Mazda 6. And mind you, this was 2 years
I'm
ago. So it was only 4 years old. It was a pretty damn new car. And so we got it. And so it's like, this is awesome, right? Like my wife gets the car. She always wanted, like she's wanted this for a long time. And she's
okay.
been talking about it. She's like, oh man, I just love that car. I just want to get it. And we got the car.
Yeah.
Great story. So a year and a half later, it's time for me to get a new car. Right.
Okay.
And she's like, she's like, okay. So I'm thinking since those Hyundai Sonatas she was looking at before are like good, reliable cars, that's probably what I should look at, right? Like a
Yeah.
2016 Hyundai Sonata. So I was like looking at them, and then I was like, oh, but these newer Sonatas, they look a little cooler, and they're still pretty reliable. But they, you know, cost like $1,000 more or something. So I'm like, okay. So I'm going through it, and then I start getting all like pumped up, like, you know, it would never have been my first choice. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you kind of like you accept it, and then you start to pump yourself up. Like, I kind of dig that car. All right, I'm kind of excited now. I'm gonna get this car, and then so we're looking through them, and then you know, basically, my wife is like, "That's a little bit too much for a car. We can't get that car." I'm like, "Okay." And then every car we would pick, like together, like she would pick it, and I'd be like, "Okay, I can deal with that." Every time I'd go to look at it, it'd be like, "Oh, we just sold it, sir." I'm like, "God damn it!"
Uh,
So
man, they did that to me too, bro. Ooh. I'll go ahead with your story and I'll tell you my
well,
little car story.
Well, okay, so I've got it in my head now, like, all right, I'm getting a Hyundai Sonata, right? Either it's going to be a 2016 or a 2018 or something, but it's
Yeah.
going to be a pre-owned Hyundai Sonata. It's in my head. That's what I'm getting. I'm picturing it. I'm imagining it. Fucking manifesting this bitch. I'm like, we're going to find that car.
Yeah.
And then, and so then it comes to like, then my wife, like, I don't know what, I sometimes I feel like she's just fucking with me because she goes, like, what do you think about a Ford Fiesta? And I was like,
What?
What are you talking about right
Hell
now?
no.
What are
You're
you
not.
talking about a Ford Fiesta? She was like, there's one right here. It's only $10,000. It's 20,000 miles. You should get it. I'm like, it's a tiny bubble. I'm not getting a Ford Fiesta. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I was like, she was like, I love Ford Fiesta. She's like, I actually always wanted one. And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you get the Ford Fiesta and I'll take your car? And she's like, well, no. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. It
it's
ain't
too
that
small.
cool, is it?
She's like, it's too small. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So we get over the Ford Fiesta deal, and then she starts looking at like old ass cars. She's like, "What about this 2011 Mazda?" Like, I'm like, "Why though?" I'm like, "Does it have a rear view camera like yours?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Does it have like anything?" She's like, "Well, no." I'm like, well,
Yeah.
come
Man,
on,
you
can
gonna
I
buy
get
a
some
new
modern
car,
shit?
man. Man,
So
check it out. So, yeah. I was gonna, man. I
good.
was waiting. I was waiting, right? I got my like I didn't have zero credit, but my brother-in-law was just like, yeah, I'll co-sign with you, man. You know, you've shown dependability. Um, there's this fucking sick ass Escape. It's got rims and low pros, the whole glass ceiling. I'm like, man, I'll be back in 2 days to get this punk, dude. I'm just waiting for my tax return. I get it. I'm excited. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get this fucking sick ass. It's quick. It's nice. And they're like, we sold it, man. And
Yeah, every fucking time, dude. Every time.
I was like, I told you I was coming back.
Well,
But
like
yeah,
I finally
but
okayed myself with getting a car that I didn't really want that much. You know what I mean? I had finally been like come to terms with it, like, okay, this is the car I'm getting. And then I started kind of liking the idea of getting it. And then it was like, oh no, it's sold. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so
man,
moving forward, we get over the Ford Fiesta deal. And I'm just like, it's basically a fight at this point. I'm like, you know what? You just picked the goddamn car for me because I'm not gonna. Yeah, clearly I can't pick a car. You pick the car, I'll drive the car. I just need something with four wheels. I was like, it's got to be decent looking, you know what I mean, and not and have like low miles and whatever.
yeah.
And
Okay, I'm not Team Fiesta, and I'm a Ford guy.
yeah. So so then she's like, well, would you be okay with driving a Mazda like mine? I was like, sure. Sure. Yeah, I was like, your car's a great car. I was like, it wouldn't be my first pick, but I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a Mazda 6 is a nice car.
It is. So she's looking at cars, right? Like 2017 Mazda 6s. And she's looking at these cars and she's looking at these cars and she's like, well, look, long story short, or actually
You're,
long
get,
story still pretty long.
you're getting her car, she's getting the new car.
we we decided that my wife would get a new car instead of me. And
How
yes,
dare you.
I would take over her old car.
Oh man. Yeah.
A very husband story. I feel like she's like, I was like, it's the same exact car, right? She's like, yeah, but I always wanted a 2017. I'm like, I thought you always wanted a 2015. She's like, no, I settled for the 15. I really
How
wanted a 17.
dare you? How dare you? Oh
Yeah.
man. We need to get an episode with our significant others on here to just like tell their sides of the stories.
Yeah, you won't like it. I'd be a different human being. She'd be
I
like,
know you be acting right.
well, I mean, she would let you know that I'm a different human being, is what I'm saying. You'd be like, I
Yeah.
don't like him very much.
I might be a very alpha male, but mama runs the roost around here. There's no
Yeah,
jokes about that.
100%.
know.
Yeah, so yes, I am as of tomorrow, I should be the proud owner
Your wife's
for the
car.
time of my wife's car, yeah. A
Yeah, all right.
2015 Mazda 6.
Kimmy just got her my bride to be just she got her tax return, her stimulus, and put it together, and she bought outright an Elantra GT hatchback, and
Oh, bought it outright.
yeah,
Okay.
she bought a Veloster outright, but it took a shit, man. It was a 2013 body kit, rims, like, all right, cool, man. And we got it. Then me and her took my Jetta because the Jetta gets 50 miles a gallon across state and back.
Mm.
And
Is that a
put it in
hybrid?
reverse. Was that no? It's diesel. I love my Jetta. I'll never trade that car
It's a diesel Jetta, and it gets 50 miles to the gallon.
on the highway.
That don't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
Dude, it's the best car ever in the world. I love my fucking car. I like it can
Okay.
light up the tires and it's fucking leather seats, fucking sunroof, Bluetooth, backup camera, heated seats, heated fucking side mirrors, all
Yeah.
the bells. I love
That's
it.
I'm okay with taking over my wife's car because it's got all that shit. You know, where we're getting mama a car, it's gonna have all that shit, like leather seats, fucking, yeah, the backup cameras, like all the shit that modern cars have, and kind of some bells and whistles too. Like it's
I
nice.
was
It's a
I was
nice.
kind of I was kind of bummed for Kimberly because her car was like the Veloster was like turbo, it'd purr and hiss at you, and it was badass. Like it was like a little go get it car, and this one's kind of
Mm-hmm.
more of a economical car, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, so have I ever told you the saga of our F-150?
No, I don't think so. Is this the one that's always getting repaired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm a starter solenoid and some turn signals away from having that thing pretty dialed in, right? And
Okay.
I'm okay,
You
but
say
this
so.
okay. So yeah, if I say so. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it has a badass Edelbrock carburetor. It has all the four-wheel drive, the transmission, the fucking mint 302 motor, the electric fucking points for the starter, so there's no distributor shit bullshit going on. You don't like set the points or none of that. It's like so it's like this truck and the body's straight. Okay. So it's like the shock's kind of shitty and there's some kind of hinky wiring shit going on. But it's like if you want to turn this into a fucking mutter, it's like that's your motherfucking guy, right? So
You got a lot
anyway,
of miles on it?
I don't really know because they rebuilt it.
Oh, okay, okay.
But like, when it turns on, it's fucking healthy, right? Like
Okay.
when it's running, it's fucking awesome. When it was snowing here, I put that bitch four-wheel drive, not a fucking problem at all. I mean,
Trucks are expensive, man. I looked at trucks.
I could put that truck on the fucking probably Craigslist for $5,000 right now. Flip that bitch. I bet you. We got to pay
Yeah.
12.
Well, I was looking at, how I'm looking at like 2015, 2016 cars. I looked at a couple like 2015, 2016 like F-150s.
Yeah,
I
and
was
I
like,
see.
get the fuck out of here. They were like 28 grand. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
get the fuck out of here, dude. I want a truck, you know what I mean? Because they're useful as fuck. When you got shit to do, shit to move, stuff like that. Like, it's
Well, it's
nice
because
to have a truck.
so like I was saying, Kimmy, she wants to. Okay, so I want a lowrider. That's
Mhm.
my next toy that I want. Just a big body on some spokes, just because that's just how I am.
Mhm.
And Kimberly wants like a Honda with a stick, and like, it's fat or like some kind of race car, right? Like a rice burner.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what if I just sold the truck and got you like a race car, right?
Mhm.
Like
A
like
race.
a little rice burner. She's like,
Yeah.
she just looked at me like, if you sell that truck after all the bullshit you put me through with it, I'm gonna stab you in your fucking neck. She didn't say
Yeah.
any of that, and that might just be me projecting my own feelings. But
Yeah. It was opposite with my wife. Like my car, like I kept sinking money into it, sinking money. I'm like, it's a good car. It's just, it's got a good fucking foundation. It just needs some. She's like,
that's
like
how I am with that truck. That truck's like my age and shit.
yeah, that's how I was thinking. I'm like, this is a Honda. It'll last fucking forever. They might have to replace some shit like shocks and struts and shit like that, but the engine's gonna run forever. And
Yeah. Well, that's
it
how I
just
got
got
the
to a
truck.
point. Well, we spent like like probably as much as I paid for the car, over the years, over the past 5 years, replacing the clutch, replacing the struts and shocks
Yeah,
and.
but
But
that's
eventually, she's like, "Can we just get a car that you don't have to do all that shit to?" I'm like, "Okay."
well, it's like yeah. The pickup, I'm gonna get that starter solenoid fixed, and then we'll have the truck. And
Mm.
then I think then I gotta go take care of mama, get her a little something sporty. Then I'm getting me a fucking lowrider, brother.
What kind
I'm
of
thinking,
rider? What are you gonna get?
ideally a Cutlass Supreme. Um, but I also wouldn't mind like LTD or Grand Marquis, not the bubble body, but the old school,
Hmm.
and I just drop it on some spokes and tin it out and make it all nice and gangster. No, some big old subs in the trunk. I got some big old subs. They're gonna go in the trunk. Yeah,
Oh, that's so 90s, bro. I dig
I
it.
don't care, dude.
I
I'm an
dig.
'80s baby. That's the shit I
Look,
want. Either
I
that
used
or
to
I'm gonna fox body, and I'm gonna kill myself if I get another fox body.
I used to work at a car wash like that for years on and off. I worked at a car wash. It was like my first real job.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, like just in the town we lived in, it was like kind of like not. I mean, it's kind of a shit town. Well, there was a lot of like drug dealers and shit, and like they all had that kind of car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
had that fucking kind of car. That or an SUV, you
Yep.
know, with rims and fucking these motherfuckers would come through the car wash every day to wash their ride.
That's how I was with dude. Yeah.
Every.
It's when I was a drug dealer,
Hmm.
I always had Fox body Mustangs, right? That
Hmm.
was my thing.
Hmm.
And I'd always wash them every day. I'd get off my Jack in the Box job at 6 a.m.
It's so
Go.
unnecessary.
I
It's
know, but
unnecessary.
I was tweaking, bro. Had to keep the
I don't
rims
keep.
shiny. Yeah. My car is worth like fucking $700.
Yeah,
But I had like the Euro lights, the big subs, but
yeah.
no tabs or registration or
That reminds me today of when my wife was fucking with me about. She's like, well, why don't you just get this 2011 Mazda, right? And I'm like, it's got nothing modern in it. It ain't got no backup cameras, no sensors, no nothing. I'm like, it's just like it's probably got like the roll down windows and shit. Like I'm like, nah, man.
oh
I was
man.
like, well, look.
You-
So she says that, and I'm like, I get a little pissy about it. I'm like, all right. Well, I tell you what, I was like, here, look, I'll look through and I'm looking through the cars that they have for sale at the place, and I'm like, oh, there she is. That's the car I've been wanting. I was like, it's a 1996 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra with
Where is that car?
75,000 miles. My first
Send
car ever was a and those are the smaller bodies though, like the Sierra, like
Yeah, I
you know,
know what it is. I know what it is.
I had my first ever car. I got when I was 17. I got it was an '87 Olds Cutlass Calais, and it
All
was
right.
it was a greatest deal though, man. My dad found this car. It was $1,500, and it had 40,000 miles on it. Was all it had, and like this
Oh,
was what like 2002, and this
oh
car only had four. Yeah, and
man, it's okay. Here's my pissy contest story.
oh,
In 2000, I want to say it was like 2001, 2002, something like that, maybe 2003. Um, for $500, I got a 1977 Cutlass Supreme with
mhm,
70,000 original miles,
uh-huh.
clean body and glass packs. That was the dopest fucking car I've ever had. Next, besides my Jetta, for $500, bro, that motherfucker purred, dude. That was a sick fucking ride. I wish I still had that bitch.
I might
Ooh.
just be turned off by all the fucking drug dealers that came through the car wash, but like
No, it
I,
was like
I, I hate big body fucking cars, dude. I don't like them, man. I don't like tiny fucking. I'm not like
this is the one
somebody.
that like this is the one that looked like the 442 though. It was
I
like the
just
Brougham. It had the it had
it was a
the top
badass.
it had the toggle switch the underneath the where the fucking hood goes up that would unlock
Yeah,
all the doors like on fucking what's that fucking X that Vin Diesel movie where it's like
yeah.
it had that shit. I was like it's like I don't tell nobody because it was still my subs, but and I remember I lived in like this super fucking bad neighborhood and the dude that I bought it from every single night he would uninstall his system and take it in his house. Like,
Like not just take the face off, but take his whole system in the house.
yeah,
That's crazy.
the
That's
amp,
crazy.
the subs, the whole deal, every single day.
Yeah, that's not. You know what? That's funny. That's not even a thing anymore. Remember detachable faces?
Yeah.
Like everybody just fucking carried around their fucking like their
Yeah, it's like my whole
stereo.
dash is like a computer. Like, yeah, because I used to be like the man. Like, I'll hook up everybody's system. Like, yeah, bring it over, dude. I got all that. You got wires? Bring them. Oh, I got lamp wire. I ripped the motherfucker off. It's all good. We'll get it,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I had gorillas in all the trunks of my cars, dude. I was a speaker tweaker, dude. Every car was
yeah.
like
I
I had a
fucked up.
van.
Like I had a
412s.
2005. I had a 2005 Civic, and I was like, I'm gonna put a system in this bitch. Um,
Yeah,
and even in 2005, though, it was like technology was starting to like be more and more like more
yeah,
prevalent in cars. And I remember I thought my radio, well, my stereo that was in it was the factory stereo was fucking badass. I don't know why I would ever think to get rid of it. It was a six disc in dash CD player, right? And it had like a big face, like this fucking big. And it was a slick ass fucking stereo. I could have just hooked up speakers and a sub like
yeah,
to that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But no, I'm like, I gotta get a fucking non-factory stereo to put in this bitch. So I go and I get this. I was like, felt like I was balling at the time. So I
Yeah.
was like, I had a bunch of. I think I just started driving a truck, so I had all this extra money
Yeah.
around 2007, 2008, 2009, something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do like what they do on Pimp My Ride. I'm gonna put one of them DVD players in this bitch that like
Yeah.
comes out and flips up and shit, and you can play PlayStation on it. Like that's what I wanted to do.
Oh my
Like I
God.
watch movies in my car. So I go and
How long did you
I
have before that got stolen?
well, I didn't know much about it, man. And that's the thing is like I wasn't the guy who could hook up stereos, but my dude Seth was, and I was like, hey
Yeah,
man, can
he's
you
like,
hook
oh,
up the
he's like, I
stereo?
got you, boy. Yeah, come on over.
He's like, I got you. And then we go in this car. He's like, oh shit, I never seen nothing like this because it was like a special edition. The radio was different than the normal car radio. It was like a
Yeah.
special edition. And so
Remember they
we
used to
start
sell the little Bosch tool at Walmart. They just and pulls the whole stereo out and
right, right. There was none of that. There was none of that. So he's like, well, it can't be that hard, man. Let's just take it out. You know what I mean? So we start taking it out, and it was like you couldn't take it out. You could not take this. You could fucking tear it out of there. Like there was a way to get it out, but there was like something special you had to do with this type of car, this type of radio. There's a certain fucking button or latch you had to push that was different to get it to release, and we couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking do it. So I ended up getting it like a quarter of the way out, and then it just stuck right there. And then, but now it wouldn't work. So I just had this fucking paperweight in my dash for a minute. And then I ended up having to go, like, we couldn't figure it out. We were looking it up online, and this is like YouTube wasn't like really a thing yet.
yeah,
Like, you couldn't look it up. So,
it's not what
um,
it is now, right? It
yeah.
wasn't.
So
Yeah.
we just went, and I think I ended up taking it to like Best Buy and like just I'm like, look, man, dude, can you help me? Because I got fucking, I said, I want this. I had the DVD player, everything ready to go. I was like, can you just install this and hook it up to the amp and hook it up to the subs? Like, and they're like, yeah, we could do that. But it was stupid expensive to like have somebody do that.
Yeah,
And
I do just to hook up my amp and stuff that I have. And they said they do a good job and to be legit, but they said they want $600. I was
yeah,
like motherfucker.
yeah,
I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, because my buddy Adam, he's like, man, once you take it out, it's just got the same plugs in the back. It's just the
mm.
remote, the fucking RCA's, and fucking the power in the ground. And I was like,
That was the
yeah,
problem with this Honda one that I had that we pulled it out, and because it had some kind of like anti-theft shit on it, the
yeah,
stereo never work again. It was broken. Like years later, when someone did eventually steal that DVD player out that bitch, there was no putting the old one back in. Like it was ruined. It was fucking ruined. Terrible.
yeah.
Stupid. All because I want to be a baller. Like when I had a badass system already. Like there's no reason.
I
No reason for
just
that.
I just want a toy. Like I want I'll still drive Greta the Jetta everywhere, but
Mhm.
like I like hopping in my dumbass pickup and fucking rattling down the street. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like I want
Yeah.
to drive my gangster car and fucking pound fucking subs down the street sometimes. Like But
Yeah,
my Jet is my
my
favorite.
my dad is the same way. Like he always wanted like a big body car. Like actually actually what he wanted always the whole time I was growing up, he was like, man, I want to get me one of the fucking big guys like Lincoln Town Cars. He's like, that's what I
Yeah.
want to get.
Okay, I'm not
And
mad at him. I
yeah,
used,
eventually he did. Eventually, like, but he didn't get it till he's like 50. You know what I mean? But because we always used to tease him. He was like, I want to get a. He was like 30, talking about I want to get a Lincoln Town Car. Be like, that's like an old ass man's car. That's like grandpa's car.
which body style though? The
Uh,
bubble or
early,
the box?
early 90s, kind of boxy. Yeah.
But
Um.
those the gangster ones that you put on
Yeah.
wires and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I fuck with them. I would ride one of those if I found one for a decent price.
Well, eventually, I think he did go with a more modern one. Like he went with like a Lincoln MKZ, which is slick as fuck. It's a nice ass
Oh no,
car.
I know exactly what that is.
It's a nice car. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just always thought it's funny. Like he wanted this grandpa car. You know what I mean? Like that's what we thought of it. Like a
Yeah,
Lincoln
but
Town car.
you know what's under the hood of that grandpa car?
What's I don't know.
A fuel
What's up?
inject a fuel injected 302.
Yeah, see, I don't know things, man. I don't
That's
know
a
things about car engines.
that's a Mustang motor, bro. Same shit they're gonna put in your Mustang.
I still though, like then what would they get a Mustang? Why would you get a
Ah,
fucking Lincoln Town car? It looks like grandpa's car.
because
I
you
don't
can
give
be
a
on
fuck.
that. Because you can be in luxury.
Yeah, I think that was the
You
thing
got
for him. It was like it's
yeah that
luxury,
them
man. I
big
want to
because the
relax.
Mustang's badass, but it ain't comfortable to drive.
No,
You know, yeah. You
no,
mean you just hit that cruise control? Oh man, yeah, shit. I might switch my agenda. Give me a Lincoln Town.
all right.
No, man, I seen an LTD and I'm fucking pulled off, seeing how much they want for it. They said the tranny that's having it's just like, maybe not.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I like the new Lincolns. I like the MKZs and the
oh yeah, I've seen some hard ones.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean the new cars are badass, obviously, but I like old
yeah.
shit too.
Fucking spaceships driving around, man.
So
It's
so
ridiculous.
to shift gears here, on to
Oh,
some stuff.
no pun intended. This.
Hey, I didn't even fucking pick up on that. Look how
All right,
so
go for it.
how my running, dude, is fucking horrendous right now. This is like the hardest me shifting gears into training mode that it has happened in some time, man. Like, bro, like I had to run 8 miles today because we're going on a hike tomorrow, so I was into my long run today.
Mhm.
I made the fatal mistake of bench pressing this morning. 'Cause I've been getting back on like that early morning, get to the gym, work out before work, you know, like just doing all the things. And man, I ran 8 miles. And I swear, I felt like I ran 80, 100 miles. It's like, fuck my life, dude.
What is
Uh,
it? What's going on?
I'm just fat. I'm weighing myself. I did. So, okay. So I work now at the health department. Okay. My office is in the health department. Okay. I'm a branch of a county. I work for the county now. I
Yeah.
won't say a specific county because I ain't trying to get into all that and put them on blast or have any representation of them on my podcast. But so their scale is legit. I,
Uh,
with my clothes on this morning, I weighed 210, and I was like, man, that's my fat weight, bro.
that's my fat weight.
Damn, I'm like, I'm yoked, but man, that ain't my running weight. My running weight's like 180 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's like these next
It's
six
a big
weeks, I
difference,
got
man. That's like running with a ruck on, man.
yeah. I
Yeah.
know, I got some work to do, bro. I think like what is it called? Like fresh to you? What are the meals? I don't know. My wife's been ordering these meals, man. Super gourmet, good, healthy food.
Are they like the ones that come fresh, like you keep them in the fridge and you just heat
Yeah,
them up?
no, and then you cook them.
Oh,
But
it's the kind you cook the whole meal. Okay. Okay.
oh man, we had steak and shrimp with zucchini and some rice, a little bit of rice, and dude, that was delicious. I was like, this is amazing. I just had that for dinner right now. I was like, man, hell yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do, because last year I did like all keto, right? And I mean, I cut up real fast, but I did lose a lot of unnecessary body like muscle mass, right? And I'm gonna lose muscle mass during this cut as well. Like it's just that's just biochemistry. If you lose weight, you'll lose muscle mass. This is part of the game. It's just how
Yeah.
you want to gain muscle, you're gonna gain fat too. Um, so but I don't think I'm gonna do keto. But I'm gonna only eat carbs when I'm eating dinner with my wife. So I'm gonna, for the most part, like a few are obviously gonna sneak in here and there because like everything has a little bit of carbs, but like that's my plan to try and cut it up, and then I'm trying like cause I was thinking like man, I cut really 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 aggressively last week. I was doing like 3 day fast on top of running fucking
Mhm.
miles at the end of like remember that time I fasted 72 hours and then ran 6 miles and made it like 74
Yeah.
hours, 73 hours, and then I like ate a steak. And then I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, because you were still doing keto too. So when you did eat, it was just like a steak.
yeah. I mean, it was a big motherfucking steak, trust that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm trying to so I think that's what I'm trying to do, see if that works. Because I don't want to cut as aggressively because I don't want to lose my strength because I'm uh I'm big as fuck right now, but I'm benching like 300 pounds. So it's
Yeah.
like if I get down to a decent running weight without losing too much of my bench, because I plan on putting on some like a pretty decent strength cycle after running season's over when it starts getting shitty out. I want to
Mhm.
try and squat 5 plates this year, and I want to try and bench 3 plates this year before I get too old. So and I think I'm gonna have my partner Aaron kind of coach like run me a strength program and keep some GPP so I don't get too fat. But yeah, I think that's the plan because I got our marathon, and then there's a half marathon. There's like and then there's in October there's a bridge in Astoria, Oregon, where there's a 10K. It's across this Megler Bridge. It's a like 6 some mile bridge, and
That's
it's
crazy.
huge. Yeah, they shut down the whole bridge. I mean, I don't know why the fuck they do it in October. It's gonna be horrendous, the ugly rain, but
Yeah. That's a
it's like
big ass
it's
bridge though.
yeah, it's across the Columbia River. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be badass, but I want to do it. So I mean,
Yeah,
in fucking
that'll be like a big elevation, right? Just like that bridge you run over, like, but it's like
oh,
up, up, up,
it's
up,
like
up.
this bridge is like it's flat, and then it goes straight the fuck up, dude. Like
Damn.
it's crazy. It's crazy. If you Google like Astoria, Oregon, Megler Bridge, you'll see it. It's fucking. It's crazy. It's horrendous. It's
That
gonna.
sounds
It's
like a
gonna.
fucking challenge.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just 10K. Not really that. Like I did that today. It sucked, but everything sucks. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I've been listening to a lot of them little Jocko and Goggins little videos and shit. Trying to
Motivational shit.
yeah, because I'm trying to like recreate what I did last year because I did have good results. I know there's a few flaws and errors, but it's like right now I ain't really doing shit except for I'm running and lifting weights. But like but I've been through a lot recently with career change, a falling out with somebody that I was really close with, and just all the drama and bullshit that goes with that, and
Mhm.
you know, I'm mad at the dude, but I hope good shit for him. I hope he gets his shit together or whatever the fuck he's gonna do. And um, I'm trying to get over being salty and just move forward with my life and hope things go good on that.
I feel like that probably has a bit to do with running sucking too. You know what I mean? Just their mental game. Like, fuck, man, this solid like sucks.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a lot, man, and it's like I've been like I'm obsessive eat like compulsive eater. Like I eat because I'm bored, or eat because I'm sad, or eat because I'm happy. Like there's an excuse to eat. It's like I'm gonna eat. Like I guess I'm bored. I'm
Yeah.
fucking whatever. And then so it's like I need to like get off that trip and like I remember before it's like I would really just think about it like I'm not gonna eat nothing. I'm just like see how long I can wait until I'm gonna eat. That's what I was doing last year. Like
Hmm.
I lost a lot of weight really fast, and it's like man, my joints hurt when I run now. It's like oof, it's like a heavy fucking. I'm too thick for running right now. I got to get that weight down, man. And that's kind of like the primary focus right now, because it's coming up. So what? We're not that far out from. It's June 23rd, right?
June 23rd. Yeah. So we're at getting April 17th right now. So May, June, about 2 months.
Yeah. I know. I got about
About 9 weeks. 9 weeks, brother.
I know I got about 30 pounds to lose if I'm trying to be at a weight where I can actually perform the way I want to, or even be competitive with you. Because I'm struggling, man. I'm not gonna pretend, you know. Like
You'll
I
have
always try.
you'll have that intrinsic fucking motivation though too. Like if you're here and we're running,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna feel like you know what I mean. You ain't gonna you'll stick with it. Yeah, you ain't gonna fucking stop.
Well, yeah. I ain't gonna quit. I I realize like it's better for me to stop and walk for 3 seconds than to just let my whole pace go to shit.
Yeah, yeah,
I've learned
100%.
that, but it's like I never had to do that before because I wasn't fat.
Yeah. Well, well, on my long runs, I'll like because I need to intake fucking electrolytes and fucking I eat like jelly beans is what I do is like jelly beans are like gummy worms or something like that.
Yeah.
Just for them fucking simple sugars. So but I'm not running while eating jelly beans. No fucking way. I'll choke to death, dude. So I'll go to like one of those race walkers pace and just be like
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I just fucking get right back to run as soon as I'm done swallowing the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
Just keep
I
moving
see what you.
forward.
I
Yeah.
know. Like it's funny because like me and you are like on this opposite spectrum, right? Like where it's like for you to put on size, you have to really focus on it, right? And for me to like lean down, like I really, really, really have to fucking like dial it in. So it's like,
Yeah,
uh,
you would think so. I actually gain weight really fucking easy. I'm just
you
probably
just
unhealthily obsessed with my diet. Like I just fucking like I can't even help it anymore. Just from years of like counting the macros and shit like that.
yeah,
Now it's like I'm
you're super
always
dialed in with it.
I'm always figuring it out. I don't even want to. Sometimes I wish I could just relax, but every evening I think back through what I've had for the day, you know what I mean? And I tally it
Yeah.
up in my head. Like I'm not using an app or anything anymore, but I it's just fucking second nature. Like I'm just like, okay, I had that burger. That's probably like 600 calories, and then I had some fucking fries with that bitch. That's probably like another 500, and I add it up, and I'll be like, okay, I'm at like 2,400 for the day. Like that's just what I fucking do. I think
I
it's the
was
running though. Like because until I started running, I was consistently about 15 pounds heavier than I am now. Like I'm staying where I'm at now because I've been running. Like I run all the time.
yeah. And since I had like that shin splints and like, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like I had like 2 weeks setback. There was like a really setback. Like I should be like already like running 10 miles, but it's like I don't even know if I could like like I could, but like I'm not gonna be successfully running 10 miles. Like it's gonna be rough, man. Like,
Yeah.
but you know,
It's still you still got a lot of time though, honestly. Like 10,
yeah,
10 weeks, about 10 weeks, like that's
a
plenty of
lot can
time to
change.
fucking
A lot can change,
amp
Sam.
up. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's like that's a long
I
fucking that's two
I
full
think I
months. Imagine how much you did last year in 2 full months. You know what I mean? Of running.
yeah. Well, and something like it's hot now over here, so it's
Hmm.
like even though I'm fat, I'm running with my shirt off. So it's like I have to parade my shit across the town. So it's like
Yeah.
and that man and there was this dude looking at me. I mean, he's like a ham planet, big guy, and he's had his big girl in the car and looking at me like all disgusted. I'm like, what? That the fucking kettle. God
That's
damn.
hilarious.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? Cool, man. You know, embrace that. Good, because you're gonna see me next month, and I'm gonna be a little more shredded. You're gonna see me a month after that, you're gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker grew abs. Oh, and you see me a month after that, you'll be like, look at the fucking vascularity in his legs, and you'll be like, oh, this motherfucker wasn't playing. You know? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. So life's been good though, man. This merch thing, this uncontrollable substance thing I've been doing is I mean I'm not a bazillionaire, but it's been giving me a creative outlet and been making some pretty cool shirts and
Hmm.
people are buying them. There's some good reception to them. Some of them are just sitting on the shelf, but that's all right. You know, you just
I
put
see
a
you hustling though, man. You're always like putting out new designs. Like every day you're putting shit out. It's cool.
yeah that well I'm gonna continue to do as such. And then, once my store item, the amount of storage space that I have rented from this website, is up. All the ones that ain't sold shit, I'll get rid of, and let the ones that still selling hang out and come up with some new shit to do.
That's how
Like
you
I'm,
do it. That's how big companies like Gymshark started the same way.
yeah,
Like they started as like a drop ship company who would like have other people, they would just come up with the designs. Another company would print the designs, sell the shirt, and then they would get a percentage, you know what I'm saying, of the company would get a percentage of their profits, whatever. And
yeah,
that's what they did until they got enough fucking orders and money coming in to where they could go, well, why don't we just buy our own shirts in bulk? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And print them ourselves, whatever. And then it started being, and then it went from that to like, well, now we can start actually meeting with designers and creating our own material for the shirts and creating the
yeah.
kind of pants we want, shit like that. Like that's
Yeah,
all it is, man. A
and
lot
I'm
of
not
companies start
picking
that
like
way.
the fabrics and shit I'm picking aren't like the bottom barrel. It ain't no Gildan shit, like
Hmm.
I'm picking like the quality ones, so it should be all right, like a couple people been like, hey, I got my shirt, it's dope, like and they're just gonna get better as I get better at creating, like it's definitely a work in progress, but
Yeah.
I got some there's some hard shit out that I've made for sure
Looking
that.
forward to it.
Yeah. I'll need to make the staple one. That one's gonna be
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, that.
I might have to copy one of those staple shirts.
Yeah. If you're gonna just let me know and I'll just buy it off of the. I'll just get it at the retailer
Staple.
price. Staple.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag
We gotta
staple.
we gotta have LLB themed shirts going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
staple. Get a
Denny's Gate.
yeah, Denny's Gate shirt.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just be an angry Jesse face, like right by a Denny's sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I got one that came out with its two devil faces and then it says, "Okay, Satan, maybe dot dot dot, maybe today."
Yeah, that's
That
good.
one's all. That one's all
I,
right. Yeah. Like
I like.
I'm trying to like work on like some like fitness designs. Just put up two of them today. Um, yeah, like it's gonna be as eclectic as I am.
Mm,
As eclectic as my music list. I got like Tom Petty and I got Mac Dre and I got
yeah.
you know Tech Nine and I got the whole mix.
Hey,
So it's like it ain't gonna be like specifically one kind of clothing. It's just gonna be shit that I
yeah.
come with. I got
I
that
feel,
BD. I got that BDE shirt out. I don't know.
yeah, I saw that.
It ain't
I saw.
sold too hard. People are slacking, man. I'm about to give me the hat at least. That'd be
Look, I
dicky.
think. Well, maybe people just. Does everybody know what that is? Does everybody know what that is?
I don't know. It was like me and the boys were running, and then they're like, "You should make sure it says BDE." I was like,
Yeah.
"Right." So I went home and made it. But it be like that. It's all
Maybe
right.
it'll catch on. Maybe you can. I don't know. You could put it in the description of the shirt or something. You know what I mean, so
Well,
people are like,
yeah,
what the fuck is BDE? And then they go and they read it and they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna
yeah.
get that.
Well, the design came out on a dope, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just change it to like. It's funny because I didn't think about it. Like uncontrollable substance merch is like the same as like United States Marine Corps. Like I just need like add a C or something.
Yep. Yep.
So
USM. Yes, sir.
yeah. So
I
anyway,
got your shirt enterprise, your clothing enterprise is much like my YouTube channel. It's just like a
mm,
bunch of random fucking like you got the Long Lost Brothers podcast on there. You got the Marvel Plus podcast on there. You got me
yeah,
just talking about fucking Trump on there. You got me talking about fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like just random
yeah.
all
Well,
over the place shit.
I come up with most of the shit when I'm running.
Yeah.
It's like get that creative juice. It's because it releases all them endorphins and shit, and then you're alone in your head.
I've heard
And
people
it's
say that they don't listen to music when they run.
yeah,
And like
yeah.
how it
Those
helps
people are
them with
maniacs, bro.
yeah, they are. Look, I can think just fine with my music or podcast on, dude. My mind still goes crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm still
Yeah,
working through shit in my head. Like I'm still
yeah,
facing demons in there. Like sometimes you get to thinking and you don't even really hear the music or podcast anymore.
yeah.
You're just like, in your thoughts.
Yeah, or it's like
It's
something from the
meditative though, man. There's
podcast that
something about
triggers some shit that I need to work on. I try not to really run to podcasts unless it's somebody that's like super fucking crazy, like a Goggins or like a Jocko or like the Rogan,
it.
some
Yeah.
of that. It's just, and it can't be like Joe Rogan with the guest. It has to be like him like talking shit about like something, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I can do I can
I
do
have to
long
put those
form.
the days I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, well, because like I like when I try to run to like listen to like Time Suck or something, I just get too
Mhm.
interested in the story and I start kind of daydreaming like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I need
You
something like
start
get after it. Like I need that
yeah.
drill sergeant. I like to listen to that at like the start of the run, and
Mhm.
then by the time it gets to like a third fucking YouTube fucking commercial, I'm like, all right, we're going Spotify. Fuck
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
get that.
I do I can do long form shit, but usually only when I'm doing long runs. So like if I'm gonna be running for a couple hours,
Yeah.
I throw on a long form because it don't matter. I'm gonna be running slow anyway. Don't matter if I slow down, like, lollygag. As long as I keep moving and I finish the run like the time I'm supposed to. But yeah, I'll
Yeah.
put something long form because I don't want to have to keep fucking with it. Like switching, you know what I mean, to the next thing or whatever. Like
Yeah. That's why you
put
got to
'em-
get a fanny pack, bro.
I have one, dude. I have
Oh,
one.
are
I
you
just
running with it?
yeah. Yeah,
I
bro.
still, if you don't run with a fanny pack, I can't be your friend no more, man.
I got one of those that kind of like lays right against your body. It's not
Yeah.
like a big thick fanny pack. It's just like it's a taut kind of
I
it's
have
like
a I have one, but my phone's too fucking big for it. So I just got like my big leather Adidas one. Like I have a champion one that's like perfect, but I don't know what the fuck I did with it because I'm a cluttered little fucking asshole. But
stretchy one. So the phone does fit, like the whole thing is stretchy. Like and so you like slip your phone down in this big stretchy fucking
yeah,
thing and
I
zip it
feel
in.
bad because Kimberly got me a thing like for like my arm or my leg or something where it's like your phone slides in it,
Yeah.
but I'm too jacked for it. So it's like or fat.
Saying I'm not too jacked for it. It's just a pain in the dick to wear. Like if you're gonna wear it for a couple hours, your phone gets hot too. If people
Yeah.
don't know, you leave it playing something, the motherfucker gets hot. And
Well,
I
and I what I did was though I bought this tactical water bottle attachment for my fanny pack. So when we start running them deep runs, got that one fits the Nike bottle perfect. Clack clack, a
yeah,
little sip of that noon. You
I
know, like
you know what? I have this. My wife bought me this running belt. Um, or I mean, I think
yeah,
maybe I picked it. I don't know. She picked it out, I think.
I
But it
know
was
the
running the marathon last year, right? It has two little 10-ounce bottles you stick in
yep,
it.
yeah, I
And
got that same gangster.
yeah,
I had to abandon it because my phone's too big, man. I got a new
I
phone.
abandoned mine because it's fucking pain in the ass. Like you're running and it's supposed to fit nice and snug, right? And but the thing is it doesn't matter because it's stretchy like a little bit, and
Mm.
so it bounces no matter what. If you got heavy ass water in there, it's gonna bounce.
I didn't think about that because I haven't really ran with like a heavy water. Because that's gonna
Yeah,
be like, I mean,
full
'cause my
water,
Nike bottle is like 20 something ounces. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm
20 ounces. That's like well, it's like a pound and a half, pound and a quarter. That's
yeah, but like usually it's like I'll start running early when it's cold. So
mhm.
like I'll have like at least a t-shirt, right? But then that t-shirt's off like 5 blocks from my house. I'm like, I just need to learn to sack up until I'm hot. But then I got that like tucked into my fanny
Yeah.
pack while I'm running, you know, got the fucking Mario tail going and shit. But
Yeah. I've just gotten used to carrying water bottles. Like I said, fuck it. Cause like I even had one of those little handheld ones, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like onto your hand.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
like
and that's great, but it's not quite enough water. So like
I,
now I
see,
just I
I
just
think
run with
Cameron
this.
Haynes has like a gun holster one.
Yeah, that's cool. I know I've
Yeah.
seen some crazy shit, you know what I mean? But I'm sure it's not
I
cheap.
mean, and I got like the camel back that's like, but
Hmm.
it's like, I tried to drink from a camel back once and I was like, this is fucking disgusting. I
Yeah,
was like, this
doesn't it
is,
seem kind of like when you're running anything less than a fucking ultra marathon, doesn't it seem kind of ridiculous to wear a camelback or like hiking for like miles? Like it
Yeah.
seems ridiculous
Like
to
I
be
have
wearing.
my like normal Camelback that actually has like backpack space in it, and it's like that's just like my travel bag. Like I never put water in it, but I take it hiking and throw the little snacks or whatever in it, couple bangs, good to go. Like, even I'll even roll up like my couple little like sweats or my shorts, whatever, like when we're going to the hotel. Like it's like my travel bag because I travel light as fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I, that punk's dope because it's like it clips on tight, and it's like I got that for like $30, like 5 years ago. Never broke a zipper, nothing. Just that punk has like been solid the whole time. So anyway,
All right, bro. Hey, I gotta run. No
all
pun
right.
intended. I gotta run. I gotta get out this bitch. Cause
Okay,
I
last thing.
at
Hold
5
on.
a.m.
I know we weren't gonna issue it, but I think we should just issue it. I drank my gallon of water today. I had it done by 1. Where you at?
I'm
Oh,
not doing too well. I'm not
you,
doing
you
too well, bro.
man, you
This is
even
a
got the
that's
flavor in
not
it,
that's not piss. That's electrolytes. It's
man.
hardly any flavor. It's straight like it's a noon tablet. It's a noon
I
tablet.
know. Yeah, man. This is right like 3 in the morning where you live.
No, I know. I gotta run
All
in
right,
2 hours. So
all right, brother. Love and respect, and we'll catch you guys next week with some new updates and stuff. And yeah,
yes, sir.
man. Yeah, that.
We'll be here.
Yes,
Later.
sir. Like,